Welcome to your Tech News Today, where we keep you informed and empowered by giving you the latest tech stories that impact your daily life. It's Tuesday, February 19th. I'm Mike James. Coming up in just a bit, be on the lookout for a new phishing scam that's very hard to spot. And if you want to find out if your personal data was stolen, this hotel chain will help you out, we think. Plus, we'll tell you what we know about the new smartphones Samsung is getting ready to announce, including one that folds. And thanks to one site's algorithms, more people than ever believe that the world is flat. We'll get started in just a moment. First, we'd like to recognize our partners who help make these Commando podcasts possible. And we start off with phishing scams, one of the tried and true tools of cyber criminals and often easy to spot. But a new phishing scam involving Facebook looks so real, it could trick just about anyone. So you're probably familiar with single sign-on, or SSO. It allows you to log into various websites using your credentials like your Google, Facebook, or Twitter account information. Now, for example, it's supposed to be a way to keep you from having to come up with and remember different passwords and usernames for potentially dozens of sites. But some phishers have a way to steal your Facebook passwords. Researchers at a password manager service called Mikey came across a third-party site that supposedly offered SSO from Facebook, a login with a Facebook pop-up window that looked just about identical to the real deal, but instead it was a fake that had nothing to do with Facebook and instead grabs your login information while sending you to a malicious site. So here's how to spot it. If it's a real single sign-on pop-up, try to drag it away from the window it's displayed on. If it's stuck and won't move, it is not real. And if you do use the autofill feature of a password manager, it won't work on these seemingly convincing copies. The real Facebook already has most of your personal data, and now you've got scammers trying to do the same thing. But there are other ways to protect yourself from these types of scams. In addition to using a password manager, just turn on two-factor authentication on every one of your accounts that has it. It has an option, Facebook included. And we've got more on this and other tips to spot phishing attempts on Commando.com. Keeping with the topic on stolen data, remember the Marriott Starwood hotel hack from a couple of months ago? That's where the crooks got away with about 385 million records of guests who used the Starwood reservation database between 2014 and September of last year. At least those are the latest numbers, and they got away with all kinds of information like addresses, phone numbers, email addresses, passport numbers, dates of birth, and even encrypted payment card information. Well, now, Marriott wants to help you find out if you were a victim to this scam. The catch? You have to fill out an online form using your personal data. Wait a minute. You got scammed and gave away our personal data. Now you want us to put our personal data back in to find out if we were victims? You might also consider calling their dedicated call center at 877-273-9481. They can tell you there if you were hacked. Again, that's 877-273-9481. Just ahead, we're only a day away from Samsung's big event. We'll tell you what to expect. And a company known for making budget TVs is jumping into the smartphone game. Right now, let me tell you about our partners at Robinhood. Robinhood is an investing app that lets you buy and sell stocks, ETFs, options, and cryptos, all commission-free. Plus, there's no account minimum deposit needed to get started, so you can start investing at any level, like $10. The simple, intuitive design of Robinhood makes investing easy for newcomers and experts alike. View easy-to-understand charts and market data and place a trade in just about 4 taps on your smartphone. Also with Robinhood, you can learn how to invest in the market as you build your portfolio, discover new stocks, track your favorite companies, and get custom notifications for price movements so you never miss an opportunity to invest. Robinhood is giving listeners of Tech News a free stock like Apple, Ford, or Sprint to help you build your portfolio. Sign up at money.robinhood.com. I did. I love it. I've actually gone up about 10% already. Again, sign up at money.robinhood.com. Money.robinhood.com. We're just a day away from Samsung's big event where they're expected to unveil a new smartphone, or a couple of new smartphones, including the foldable phone that they've been talking about for years, actually. The Samsung Unpacked event mostly surrounds their flagship phone, the upcoming Galaxy S10 line. And it sounds like there's going to be a couple of variations of that. They're kind of following, I guess, in Apple's footsteps. According to various reports, they'll release the Galaxy S10 along with the larger S10 Plus. Leaked photos show the controversial notch that cuts into the top of the screen is going away to make way for the new hole punch design that has a smaller effect on your screen's real estate. And the bigger S10 Plus might even have a second selfie cam because apparently one just isn't enough anymore. It's also possible that the second lens isn't a lens at all, but instead a sensor. And that brings us to other potential upgrades. Some of the other rumors featured coming to the S10 include the ability to unlock the phone with your face, similar to Apple's Face ID, and maybe even a fingerprint sensor that's built into the display, not part of the dedicated button. And there's also a possibility of a 5G-capable model for the next-generation mobile network set to roll out later this year. Also, Samsung might be releasing a smaller and budget-friendly version of the S10. It comes in at under $1,000, although cheaper, it'll probably lack the finer details of the flagship version. But a lot of questions still surround their foldable phone that turns into a tablet. They've been talking about it for, a couple of years, and even briefly showed off a version of the phone during Samsung's developer conference late last year. Well, now a glimpse of it even pops up in a recent Samsung commercial. So the question remains, will we actually see their version of a folding phone now, or continue to wait while everyone else beats them to the punch? These questions will be answered on Wednesday afternoon. And that brings us to yet another company that's apparently ready to jump on the folding phone trend, but this one with a twist. You might be familiar with the Chinese company TCL and their line of budget TVs, some with Roku built in. Well, according to CNET, they're working on at least 5 new devices with flexible displays, including 2 smartphones, 2 tablets, and get this, a flexible phone that can curve into a smart watch. The rendering on a patent obtained by CNET shows a long and skinny all-screen device that curves into a cuff shape. And as far as the other 4 devices TCL might be planning, 2 are smartphones that fold on the inside and outside, bending at a horizontal line like a flip phone. There's also a tablet with a display that folds inward, and another with a display on the outside. Now, the latest report comes from renderings and patent filings CNET just obtained, but last month a TCL exec said they're not planning on releasing their first foldable device until 2020. So these plans could definitely change even if they never make it into actual production. Regardless, TCL is just the latest company to be jumping on the foldable phone bandwagon. As we mentioned, Samsung set to release one, but a startup called Royal was the first to get in on the market. Even the Motorola Razr is rumored to be reborn as a flip phone with a foldable screen. So as they say, everything old is new again. With all the big names in tech set to release new or updated gadgets this year, it's easy to overlook some of the lesser-known events, like the NBA All-Star Technology Summit that happened this past weekend, and that's when the NBA commissioner unveiled what he's calling the smart jersey of the future. So listen up, sports fans, this is how it works. Right now, you have to shell out a lot of money, of course, for your favorite basketball player's jersey, only to see them traded to another team, and then you're stuck with an outdated jersey. But not with the smart jersey. Using an app, you can change the name and number on your jersey, always keeping it up to date with the latest awesome player on your roster. You can see the video demo at commando.com. It is really cool. But not a lot of other details were released about the new technology, like the big question, how it works. Another thing to keep in mind is the when. This tech summit shows what might change over the coming 19 years, so it could be a while before we see a real shirt like this, if at all we ever do. Oh, and it looks like it's only the name and number that can change, not the team or color of the jersey. Sorry, fair weather fans. Patriots. Coming up, we'll tell you about a new artificial intelligence that its developers say is too scary to release. And as the internet continues to grow, so does the number of people who believe the earth is flat. More coming up. Right now, a quick thank you to our friends who help make these podcasts possible. Well, it looks like the time has finally come, a form of artificial intelligence that's too risky to actually release. OpenAI is a nonprofit company backed by Elon Musk, and they've created tech called GPT-2 that can take a small amount of written text, then predict all the words that could come next. So you could have an article based on facts or very fake written by a computer that's convincing enough to look like it was authored by a real person. And here's what's a little scary about it. It describes a chameleon-like, as in it can adapt to the style and content of the words that it's been given. And OpenAI is worried about people who might use this text generation tech to create fake stories, social media content, even impersonate people. They wrote in a blog, quote, "Due to our concerns about malicious applications of this technology, we are not releasing the trained model," end quote. Even Elon Musk has been pretty outspoken about AI's potential risk to humanity. And now OpenAI says they will release a smaller version of GPT-2, so its potential impact can be discussed across the AI community. So no, we're not at the level of Skynet from the Terminator movies yet, but this kind of tech could potentially write about it in a way that you would believe it, and that is scary enough. Speaking of fake news, there's apparently been an increase in the number of people who believe that the world is flat. And that's thanks to YouTube, according to a new study. An assistant professor at Texas Tech University named Ashley Landrum has been looking into the rise of the flat earth theory, and her research says more people than ever believe in it. She interviewed 30 people who attended a couple of flat earth conventions and said all but one became flat earthers after watching videos on Google-owned YouTube. And here's why. Most had already been on the site watching videos about other conspiracies, and because of YouTube's algorithm, suggestions on what to watch are, you guessed it, more conspiracy theories, like the flat earth videos. Now, she doesn't think YouTube is doing anything wrong, per se, but that they could clean up the algorithm to give suggestions of videos with more accurate information, and maybe that could at least curb some of the flat earth conventions happening around the globe. Yeah, we hope so. By the way, once you're done listening to Tech News Today, do us a favor, give us a great rating wherever you listen to, and we appreciate that. It helps more people find us. Finally, for today's Commando Kicker, due to the rising levels of greenhouse gases in Earth's atmosphere, Antarctica's ice is becoming more vulnerable to cycles. What does this mean? Well, over the past million years in history, Antarctica's ice is more sensitive to the tilt of Earth's axis because it reaches into the oceans, and the warmer water means the ice melts faster. So if humans don't get emissions under control, even the thickest ice in Antarctica could be vulnerable. But why does tilt matter? Well, as the Earth revolves around the sun, it doesn't do it straight up and down. Instead, the Earth is tilted, so more sunlight hits different areas of the globe, influencing those areas' climate. According to scientists, Antarctica ice is melting 6 times faster than it did just a couple of decades ago. For more fun and interesting facts, just go to commando.com and search for the Commando Kicker. And that's your tech news for today. If you want to win great prizes like the Commando 2-in-1 tablet and laptop, or even a Commando Bluetooth speaker, simply become a Commando ambassador. If you love getting the Commando free email newsletters, you can share it with your friends and family who will benefit from valuable tech and the digital life hacks. Invite them to get the free email alerts. And more people you invite, the more they sign up and the more prizes you win. Just go to commando.com/ambassador to learn more.